Hey everybody, so today is a fragrance video. Again, my favorite kind of videos. I am so excited every time I sit down to film about perfumes because truly, no matter how much I love fashion, no matter how much I love makeup, perfume is where it's at for me because perfumes just conjure such an emotional connection to themselves and really forge a strong affinity towards certain scents and not the others, and then there are all kinds of intricacies when it comes to quality of scents, etc., etc. So I absolutely love talking about perfumes, and here we go. Today we have two more of, actually this time around, wonderful scents. I was a little bit less positive on my last review because I was talking about Les Roses by Cartier, and I am happy to report that I have found a replacement for it, and I do not need to ever think about getting that perfume again. I have a perfect replacement. This is not a perfect dupe, but it's a great replacement and quality fragrance. Very, very, very happy to have it. And it is, as I have thought, I have suspected that they're going to be dupes for each other, or at least close enough that you don't need both. This is Aqua Allegoria Flora Rosa from Guerlain. It is just the same kind of fruity, rosy, beautiful piece of perfumery in a very light, unassuming formula. First of all, of course, I have to mention the bottle. Aqua Allegoria bottles, in my opinion, are some of the most distinctive and best designed bottles on perfume market today. I really like it when you can just take one single look from far away at a perfume bottle and you know exactly from which section of perfumery it is. And this Aqua Allegoria line is known for being quite light and breezy, and not solid flora necessarily, but very simple, easy pyramids, very easy to digest, very easy to wear, and they're kind of the eau de toilette workhorses of all of the Guerlain's range. Here we go for, you know, these tea fragrances, the light floral fragrances, the citrusy fragrances, the green fragrances. They're all there, they're all presented within the lineup, but they're all light and breezy and airy and really unassuming. And this one for sure fits that bill perfectly. Flora Rosa is a rose fragrance, yes, of course. I have to say that this is the same pink, fruity, slightly berry goodness that I got from Cartier, but if Cartier lasted like 5 minutes on me, this one actually lasts for several hours, as a eau de toilette should. This is a 100 ml bottle. I do not like the fact that they don't come in smaller bottles than that, but at the same time, as an eau de toilette, it's going to really go quite a lot faster than an eau de parfum would, because you do need to reapply eau de toilettes. Now, the plus of this is the fact that eau de toilette concentration lends itself quite well to that style of a fragrance, which is a rosy berry scent based on musk. There is a very clean base of musk there. Aqua Allegoria does not really do any kind of interesting, intriguing musks, just due to the style of the fragrances that end up in this lineup. The rose is kind of fruity, a bit of a cartoon rose. It is ever so slightly green and tangy. There is a certain sourness to the scent that comes from the red berries. What a lovely, simple, easy, everyday scent. I think if you are a lover of rose fragrances with red berries, this is easy. This is easy peasy, no effort required. There's something fizzy about the scent, a bit like a fruity, fizzy infusion of some kind. There is a realistic quality to the ingredients. The ingredients are fantastic in terms of quality of the ingredients. I can smell these molecules being actual berries, actual florals. There's nothing plastic or artificial about that particular scent. And the musk just adds a nice touch of cleanliness, basically, and that's what it is. It's an eau de toilette, and kind of to be used like an eau de cologne, sort of go in with it with quite a few sprays just to make sure that it lasts well, and it does. A few hours is all you need from an eau de toilette. I think this is a fantastic find for those of us who want a one-fits-all fragrance and like fruity roses. I have to say this kind of fragrance is such a workhorse because it kind of fits every occasion. It's a bit sort of flirty, lightheaded, a bit of a body splash feel to it, but it's not a body splash, and it's some fantastic quality on top of that. But it's just easy. It's just freshness. It's just fruitiness. It smells like a really, really nice shampoo. Actually, it smells like a beautiful Italian berry soda with like rose petals. That's what it smells like. Italian soda, yes. I mean, it's a pleasant scent. Of course, no. Is there sophistication in this? No. Is it a scent that is going to make you feel things you've never felt before? No. Is it a scent that is going to take you anywhere you need to go? Yes. Is it a scent that's going to be pleasant and you might receive some compliments on it? Also, yes. Is it a masterpiece? No. So, I mean, you know, smell it at your own discretion. Also could be difficult to find because it is not a very recent release. I had bought it on Fragrance X, I think. I order scents that are more difficult to find sometimes. Their stocks are not perfect, but they do well in terms of carrying certain fragrances that I keep reordering that are not as readily available in the stores. I always will prefer to buy a fragrance from a store or a boutique because they're like, my nose is there with me, so we can do it together, me and my nose, or my nose and I. But when it comes to certain fragrances, like this one I've smelt before, but I've never had a chance to buy it. And I just ordered it online because I remembered liking it. Restocking can be also good because you can get some sales. Don't be silly and think that it's sponsored. Nobody ever sponsors me. This is just where I shopped for that particular fragrance, and I'm telling you this because sometimes I get questions, where do you buy this or that? Well, this one I bought at a Chanel counter, and this is the next fragrance we're going to be talking about. This is Chanel number 19. And as a contrast to the previous fragrance, I have to say that this is in fact a work of art. This is in fact an individual fragrance, and this is in fact a masterpiece and an absolute genius scent. I've been a fan of it for years. I did not understand it as a teenager at all. But then what do you understand as a teenager about life in general? I have to say this is gorgeous. This is something though that most people are not going to like. This is a signature kind of fragrance. If you ever get to the point in your life where you're comfortable wearing something like that, this could be like one of those scents that people, you know, smell at some point and then think, oh, this is this person, obviously. It's green, mossy, beautiful, elegant, cool, as in temperature-wise, it's cooling, chypre, and very austere fragrance. There is iris here that is there by a ton. There's a mile of iris in here, and it's exquisite. It's some of the best iris. Chanel irises are very, very beautiful. They are really constructed in a way that is super believable. Moreover, it's not only super believable, it creates this timeless feel, this elegance. This fragrance is not going to be your cup of tea if you enjoy sweet, edible, girly, or otherwise super popular scents. This is a classic, and this is not trendy at all. It's nothing like this is super trendy or in terms of perfumery right now. I'm not talking about niche scents. I'm talking about sort of readily available mass market or luxury market perfumery. Currently we're going the sweet patchouli way. Florals have been quite popular recently, which I'm happy about because at least it's a bit of a change from what we've been exposed to for several years in a row, or I should say multiple years in a row. This one, however, is an old release, of course, but it is, you know, if something is a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece 10 years from now, 20 years ago, and a century from now, and I'm sure this guy will stick around as long as Chanel sticks around. It is a slightly powdery green floral that gives you this sort of border feeling of here is this personal border of the person wearing it, and you won't cross it. Not because of the scent, but because it is a bit of a cold person scent. It's an introverted scent for sure. It doesn't give you any feelings of warmth, or, you know, you're not going to go and be silly around the woman who represents this scent. This is a woman who means business. She's there to do what she needs to do. She knows where she's going. She knows where she wants. She'll get there whether you're there or not. She is a thinker. She's a reader. She's exceptionally well educated. And she has this elegance of a quality that cannot be bought with money. This is true internal elegance. The elegance that comes from understanding oneself, understanding your place in the world, understanding what you want out of life, and just taking everything with grace. There's so much grace in this fragrance, but it's not familiar. Meaning that, you know, this fragrance is not your best friend. It's the person wearing this is kind of a woman of her own, and she probably doesn't really need very many friends. She probably has a couple, but you don't know them. She will never be your friend, and sometimes that's just how it goes. It is cool. It is austere. It is spacious, and it is complex on a level that is admirable in the least. And to say quite honestly, it is complex in a way that is, I think, ideal in terms of a perfume composition, because it is clean and simple, but at the same time so complicated and thought-provoking. Very, very beautiful. I'm being all over the place with describing this particular scent. It is not going along easily for me because it is such a complex scent. I'm finding it difficult to describe it or to put a face to the perfume, mostly because you don't really know the person who wears that perfume, because she's not going to be around to tell you, spill her guts and tell you what it is that she's thinking. You will never know what this person is thinking, which I think is the most mysterious of all mysteries, and the most beautiful way that a woman can be for others. Be a mystery, perfume mystery. Anyway, since I'm having so much difficulty, I really urge you to go and smell it for yourself. Like I said, it's a mossy, green, irisy, vintage-inspired almost fragrance. Well, it is vintage. It's been around for a long time. And it's going to give you chills. Whether you like it or not, I'm not sure. You might not, but for sure, you will not walk away thinking that it is just a poof, whatever. I'll forget what it smells like. You will know this fragrance. You smell it once, you will know it. I'm not convinced that many people are going to be buying it from just sniffing it, if you haven't been exposed to niche perfumery or any kind of maybe vintage perfumery. But I think for those of us who are fans of Iris, who do not specifically limit ourselves to just, you know, the sweeties of the fragrance world, I think will be very interesting to try this out. And of course, it is so readily available at any Chanel counter. They will have it. Go and smell this green goodness and see what you think of it, and let me know, because I'm kind of curious. This is the kind of impression that it leaves with me, but could be totally different for you. Go sniff it out and tell me what you think. That's it for today. See you guys later. Bye bye.